Okay. Hold on. Let me. Oh, shoot, I'm worried again, dude. It's. Yeah, it just feels so if. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm really worried, like. Cause I checked. Okay, so I guess to start things off, right? We're back to basically what the after a like I guess like after like a connection issue with the internet. Uh, hopefully things are a little bit better. I kind of figured out what was going on.
Weapons need regular maintenance. Take good
Again, this
care
like.
of them, and they'll take care of you when it matters most.
Hold on, sorry about that. Let me just pause real quick. Oh, also let me check the audio thing. Make sure everything's good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Looks like everything's good. But yeah. How do you call it? I kind of figured out what the issue was. With the thing. Again, I'm not a technical, like, I'm not a tech guy, so I don't know what the fuck it is. But apparently it's something along the lines of, again, it's like the upload speed issue.
Sure
I
feels
think
good
that's
to
what
get away
that was.
from my desk.
But
Now, where's a good spot for a nap?
it's something along the lines of, I think someone was calling using FaceTime or something, and it fucking like ate like the upload speed. But apparently that's what causes it to to go low. So I think that's what was happening. Hopefully, I told him, like, I told the people about it. I told them it's not their fault. Like, again, I can't accommodate to whatever happens, right? It's like, if it happens, it happens, but it is annoying. So I just told him, like, and it wasn't important or anything either, but I did feel bad for calling him out like that, so I did apologize to them. Again, not their fault. Like, more of a me issue. Like, it's like one of those things where I had to do time management on my end. But yeah. Oh god. I was gonna say, like, we could try this again, but now I'm worried again because it could be something else. Like I said, a lot of the issues might not even be like it probably wasn't even that. It just did like
take good care of them, and they'll take care of you when it matters most.
Again, it was just one of those things, like, it did happen for whatever reason. It could just be like the area itself, and again, I don't blame them. I can't like do anything about it, but I'm just like always worried just to make sure like the stream is okay, because holy shit. We'll see. I'll try it again though. Hopefully it'll fucking just go through, because again, that was bad. As soon as it hit, it's like, I think to here, or like during like that whole bit, it was just like, ugh. So hopefully things will go better.
A little amuse bouche. At first,
Just a revamp. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo.
Oh my god, I'm seeing like the number again. It just spikes to the fucking shit.
mine to wield.
So again, I'm very worried.
The pinnacle of excellence.
My god. It's just like, you can tell. You can just tell.
Many
like,
insects have a compulsion to follow the light.
again,
And humans are the same.
might not be that.
Except we call that light
I'm just saying.
hope.
Like, just saying, it might not be that, but it could just be the area itself, and if that's the case, I fucking hate this area. That's all I have to say about that. But what can you do in an environment like this? It's just sad.
Burn it down.
I think think not. Are you in secret?
Fulfill our pact! You two!
Rise. Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle!
Begone. Heaven's will made mine.
Suffer the wrath of Eastling!
Oh my god. I'm just gonna like wait it out. Alright, sorry. Again, I really wanted to wait it out. I just wanted to see how the feed was looking like, but holy shit. It seems like it was barely chugging through, like fucking hell. Get the hell. Again, probably not a good day to do this, but I had no idea.
3, 4, and...
I'm just surprised I was able to fucking go through that easily. Now here's where shit goes out of hand. I am definitely scared on this. Alright, so the first half, oh god, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna do this, but, I think we're gonna do the same setup as last time with this. I'm liking this fucking easily. This is like probably the best thing I could do, ask for. Second half is gonna be interesting. So I was so I was either two things. So I was like thinking of like, for this one specifically. Also, I apologize in advance if you guys can hear like dogs in the back. I had to open up the window because it's, as you can tell, it's kind of hot during this time of season. Since it's fucking summer and all, but you know, who's fucking complaining? I think this might be the team. I could be wrong, but we'll see. It's either what do you call it? It's either Chi-Chi or Durin, and I think Durin's way better. Oh, I could also just try to do the Varka thing with Varka, Durin, Nicole, and Prune. Like, it's not a bad choice, but I want to see how this works. If this works first, we'll see. I was kind of thinking that, but we'll see again. Also, I have to make sure this internet thing is like not gonna kill me. All right. Oh wow, like really elemental skill. You really want to like fucking just cheese that shit? Isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. A burst of flavor.
I don't know why I did that. That was like probably the stupidest thing.
Time to shine!
Merciless. Paradigm shift. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Up to the freezer. Mine to wield.
Oh god, it's like 3 opponents? Oh shit, I didn't even realize. What the hell?
A little amuse bouche. The pinnacle of excellence.
Hopefully, ow! I heard like a motherfucker. Oh god! Going around 2 characters!
Hold the line!
Technically 3! Oh god, that definitely felt like a pyro bit, but I think that barely worked too. Oh god, I can only imagine.
Such defiance. I live with it.
The abyss is burning!
Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get! Grab from the sky!
Holy shit.
Try and stop me!
Dude, I haven't fucking fought this fucking boss since like fucking like well, I was running for fucking
I think not. I will see
for
her.
Malika. What the hell?
Show no mercy. You two. Time to light of the blazing
Oh god.
sun.
That was bad. Oh god. You gotta attack these. Dude, it's been a while since I fought this boss. So I was like, what the hell?
Element for the
Heaven's will made mine.
Get to work.
Fucking hell. I was kinda hoping for the thing, but oh no.
Lolling, eat Papa.
Such defiance. Our little secret.
the abyss is burning.
Rise with the sun. Rest from the sky.
Oh my god, it chose that fucking boat to do that? You're a piece of shit! Oh my god, dude. Seriously.
Show
Fucking
no
little
mercy.
piece of shit to fucking do that.
I think not. Heaven's will made mine.
You two. Time to end them.
Oh. Can't believe I somehow did that. That was... Oh god, I'm worried for like the other two now. He's a fucking ass.
Off to the freezer.
Oh my god, no, is this fucker?
World collide. Annihilate.
Oh no. Really? It had to be this fucker. Wait, now we have to wait for this guy. Ow, that fucking like a bitch.
Flavor.
Fuck you.
Attack.
Hold the breath. Shower me with praise.
Ow, fucking hell. What the hell? Oh, it's the fucking Geo Shark? Oh no, we're fucking. Oh
Let my name echo in song.
no. Ow.
This is getting interesting.
Oh
A
no!
little amuse bouche.
Woo! Where's the heal?
Permanent of the deep. Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, we don't have a shield. Oh, we don't have a shield. Oh god.
Stop there.
Off to the freezer. Here's
This
the
fucking asteroid thing. We just go. Ah! Ah! Alright, that was more scary than I thought. Oh god. I'm definitely worried for like the next part now.
Begun. I live within you.
Fulfill our pact. Lolling, eat Papa. Light of the blazing sun.
Is this thing? Oh, I haven't fought this thing like this fucking forever. What the fuck?
I think not.
Oh my god.
Secret.
Show no mercy. You two. Time to rest from the sky.
Begun. I live within you.
Oh my god, man.
Stay away from
Get to work. Suffer the wrath of Eden. Burn it down. Light of the blazing sun.
Jesus. Ooh. Dude, I haven't fought that boss since like I unlocked that area. That's how fucking bad that was. That was like in Chenyu Vale, right? Oh shit. Oh, I got legit super scared. Oh my good lord. Alright, hold on man. This is fucking I need to recharge, bro. recharge is way better in this scenario.
Test and know my will.
Like I said.
Recorded. Each deed will be judged. Judgment.
A dash of frosting.
Required.
I don't need it. Oh my god!
Hold the line. Torrent, bring refuge.
Recorded. Each deed will be judged.
Definitely need nothing. Please.
Going song.
My motion stars inscribed.
Allow me.
Oh, why is it 100? Oh my god, Jesus
A little
Christ.
moose boosh.
Holy shit!
It's on the loose.
I think that's the first time I actually properly fought a boss like that. Holy shit. Also, I'm looking at the feed. I hired the fucking resolution. It did not help at all during the whole shebang. Ever since well, I was gonna say you guys didn't see it, but I upped the resolution. It did not help. It did not help with the feed at all. So probably just gonna keep it the same as 720 in the future. But still, that's annoying. All right. Oh no! Really? Is this fucking good? Oh, well, fuck
The abyss is burning.
Show no mercy.
Oh, thanks.
Lolling, eat Papa. Pyroclastic surge.
Yeah, I definitely never fought these characters like this forever, so.
Incinerate. Ah,
Ow.
Leave it to me.
Such defiance. I live within you.
get to work. Sha. Burn it down. Light up the blazing sun.
This might be like the moment where we kind of just like say fuck you goodbye to the thing.
Get back. The abyss is burning.
Begone. Our little secret.
Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath of Pyroclastic surge.
Stay away from me.
Again, hopefully.
Well, made mine.
Get to work. Eat Lolling, eat Papa. Light up the blazing sun. A dash of color in the spirit.
I mean, we did a lot of damage there. Like, oh, that's cool.
Get back.
Our little secret.
Show no mercy. You two. Time to end them.
Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Holy shit. With that makeshift team. Holy shit. That was fucking insane. Oh, dude. You know what? I have to hand it to I have to hand it to fucking Durin. I think it was way better with him than having Chi-Chi in the team. Holy shit. But I think for sure like it was weird because I was trying to lab some of these characters and I was like, oh yeah dude, I definitely felt like Seat Lolly was way better. Because I was scared of like, okay, who can I use like ideally? And I was like, you know what, I have Seat Lolly but I never really utilized her, so let's see if we can do it. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm definitely dude, I'm definitely buying that fucking skin for her now. When the update comes up, which we'll talk about in a bit, but woo. Nice, nice. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. That was bomb. Alright, and with that, that's the Spiral Abyss. Again, I'm surprised. What do you call it? Oh, I actually never grabbed the rewards for these. Holy shit. might as well fucking do it while we're here. But yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, people actually were like, yeah, this actually wasn't too bad of the update, cause like, I felt like if you pulled like Malika or Durin, you should be fine. Well, I guess if you pulled like maybe like okay, I should rephrase that. Definitely previous team members, if you did not pull for Lowen or Malika, or if you already had Malika at this point in time, you actually don't need them. Technically, previous team members are actually fine. It's just, again, it feels like it's a paywall, win-to-win type of situation. But definitely, if you had like Lohan, or yeah, if you had Lohan or Nicole, definitely a huge help, because those two will boost up the fucking damage output like it's no tomorrow. Like, holy shit. But yeah. Alright. With that, let's go ahead and start. Which I think would be like the weird part of the. It's so weird because it's like, I don't know. Ever since that bit, like like maybe like 15 to 20 minutes ago, I've been worried about the fucking internet being an issue. But yeah, we're gonna start the podcast for this. Well, I guess like the podcast, because let's be real, this is like the part where I was kind of hoping like the internet didn't matter, or like the quality of the video didn't matter, or like visualization of the video didn't matter, because we're basically going to be talking throughout the rest of this portion. So, and this is only regarding to the 6.7 update. If anyone has not seen it, I highly recommend you check it out, because my goodness, that was a fucking presentation. Not the best, but I definitely felt like this definitely is like the true send-off to Not Cry, because, well, obviously it is the send-off to Not Cry, or send-off from Not Cry to Shaznia, basically. But yeah, if you guys just want to like cut off or like stop the video here, go ahead, do so. I won't blame you. I mean, with that whole Bazang with the fucking Spiral Abyss and like the connection, I don't fucking blame you. You guys even stop doing that fucking portion. But yeah, I think everything is okay though. Like, it seems like everything's calmed down a bit. So I've also calmed down as well. So again, I was kind of debating while I was like restarting the internet whether I was gonna do this or not. At least this part, because I was just kind of worried, like, hey, if it just died off for whatever reason again, then it's like not even worth it. But we'll see. All right, let's focus on the actual podcast portion of the session here. All right, so let's get started. So basically, same thing again. We're just gonna talk about the presentation itself, what my impressions on it was. Again, I really wish I could just like live stream my reaction to it. It would be so much easier to do it than this. But I also like doing this as well, because you know, it just has me rambling. It has me like a little bit. It has me practicing a little bit on like on my on my dialogue skills, I guess you could say. Like, fuck, I don't know how you would phrase that, but it's just trying to have me do better at talking in general. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So obviously, in the beginning, they always play out the trailer for what the presentation is going to be about. Not what I was expecting at all. With the trailer. So it starts off with showing off, I guess, like a secret base what seems to be not Cry. And inside the base is a spaceship of sorts, like a space shuttle or spaceship that basically goes to the fucking moon, which is insane already. Because I'm like, holy shit, we're going back to the moon again. Which is funny because this is like supposed to be this is supposed to be to send off like the farewell presentation to Not Cry. So obviously we have to go to the moon again. And inside, or like not inside, but like the moon itself actually has a base on it, and this basically is going to be the new exploration map for Not Cry. Again, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do this, because again, I don't know if this is supposed to be like another area in itself, like the Temple of Space, that type of sort of deal. But I'm guessing if it isn't a new area, this might be the last area in Not Cry that has not been explored. Because again, what do you call it? Or actually, it might be. This might be its own area, now that I think about it. Because there's no other place you could put this at. So, and I'm going to guess that the new area is just going to be like treated as like the rest of Not Cry itself, right? Because we still have like that whole thing with the with that shop for all the sigils that we have, like that hasn't been spent yet. So I'm assuming that's just gonna be alongside the new area. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. Before I was just like, okay, it could just be a dungeon, like a separate dungeon that doesn't like really involve like Not Cry to a degree. But I think it might be, just considering how things might be planned out. But we'll see. And then they show off the last new character for Not Cry, which is Sandrone, the elite character that everyone's been kind of like debating on, due to, I guess, like appearance and whatnot. Again, I don't mind the redesign of Sandrone. I think it looks good. But I can kind of see like things about it, but I'm not gonna get into it. Again, I just like the character design. I love her gameplay from what they've shown off. And then after her character intro, we see bits and glimpses of like the new event that's gonna happen in Fontaine. They showed off like bits and pieces of it. They showed off the new skins for Silali and Charlotte, which we'll get to in a bit. And then we also get like a quick glimpse of a fortune telling stand, right? Or fortune teller stand. Sorry, I don't know why I said fortune telling. Doesn't make sense. But what's so unique about this one? It actually features Barbelow. Because she has like a weird divination of some sorts. That's gonna be related to a thing that we're gonna talk about later, in the presentation. And then they showed Columbina in the moon base. She has something to do there, which we'll get to in a bit. And then they were talking about like the whole thing with the Project Moongazer. That's why she's there. And this is like from, I believe this is like from like the Fontaine World Quest involving Sandrone again, like the whole Narshwas thing, I believe. If not, it's like another thing. Again, it's been a while since I've touched the Fontaine like storyline, or like I've like glimpsed through like the Fontaine storyline. But I believe that's what it was referring to. But yeah, that's basically what they showed in the trailer. And then in the character or like the voice actors that were co-commentating for this presentation were the voices of Ether, Silali, Columbina, and Sandrone. Like at first they didn't show Sandrone because they wanted to keep it like they wanted to do a special introduction for her, which is fine. I think this is also the first time Columbina's been introduced in the co-commentary. I could be wrong. I believe she was shown up in one of the earlier presentations, but I don't remember. It's been like almost a year at this point, so I honestly couldn't tell you. But yeah, the three of them were basically talking about the new event that's coming out for this update, which is called the Sunny Summer Fontinalia, which I didn't even know this was a thing in the past, because again, this is an event that was a thing in like the 4.0 updates, I believe. And I had not seen those events, and again, I should fucking watch those to catch up on everything. I just didn't have the time, or like I don't really make the time. Sorry. So there's that. What else? Oh yeah, and then they make like a little fucking joke for how Columbina finally came out of her like shell, sort of, from like leaving Noctri basically, because like this whole time we have not seen Columbina in like, well, again, a lot of the events that happened didn't really involve Columbina. Like for example the Linnea event that technically takes place before the whole Columbina thing. Like I think it was like before like the Act 5 and 6, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then any other events that happened after her involvement didn't really involve her at all, so it makes sense we haven't seen her. But yeah, she's actually visiting Fontaine for a very specific reason, which they get to in a bit. And then that's when they introduce Sandrone. I'm not gonna lie, I love this. I love it how they did this, because she stayed in character, and then she immediately drops out of it like after. But she still she kind of still keeps her in character throughout the whole thing, because like it just felt like that for whatever reason, which I thought was very cute. Like again, it was just like a cute little thing that they did. I liked it. They mentioned they were talking about the final gift animation, which, by the way, fucking again, I keep fucking saying it, but you guys should watch it. You guys should watch it. It's really great. Because it kind of gives like a wholesome like backstory, like in the first half, and then the second half is like the actual events that happened after the whole Rosalind / La Signora died incident. But yeah, they were recapping basically everything about it, and then they were like, okay, so the reason why Sandrone is actually alive is because of her final wish which is basically a second chance of life. So that's the whole thing, which I'm assuming they're gonna get more into later in the story. But again, we'll see when we get to actually play it. And then they mentioned how the new assistant like is different from like the old Polonia. Basically, Polonia is no more, and we're introduced to. I don't know what the exact like acronym name is, but because I think that's how they mentioned it. But basically, the anagram for that is is it anagram or is it acronym? One of the two A letters. But yeah, the new assistant's name is Fagio. She is the new assistant to Sandrone and basically helps her out in combat. Sorry about that. I've been wanting to find a place to take a sip. For some reason I couldn't, so I just decided there. But yeah, she's the new assistant to Sandrone and mostly helps out in combat, which we'll get to in a bit. Oh yeah, and then we didn't really see it, but like up close you can actually see like her new design, specifically her eyes, because before she didn't have like there wasn't really anything special about them, but in this one, in the new character design, she actually has like the gears or like the cogs, on her eye, like on her pupils or iris. So I thought that was a really interesting addition to it. And then they mentioned her vision, which is the stellar linchpin, which I think people have been speculating this is similar to the one character long ago. I have not, and I definitely know I have not been. I don't have it because I've never played it on the PS, but it's very similar to the character Alloy, which was the guest collab character that they did for this game. I really wish they did more with this character. I really did, because that character deserved more. But we're not going to talk about Alloy in this. This is all about Sandrone. But yeah, they heavily fucking dropped like a bunch of info on why this stellar linchpin is like unique, and I think like the thing I can say about this is this fucking linchpin relates to like the third Descender, basically the one that was prior to our main character, the Traveler. So unfortunately they didn't go much into that one, but it's very important to why that stellar linchpin is important. But that's not like that's like the story lore reason. But the main thing on Sandrone's vision itself, she is, and I wrote down here in my notes, she is the centerpiece for the new reaction, that's gonna be the main thing going forward towards Shesnaya, which is called Stellar Conduct, which is basically similar to the Lunar Bloom, or like the lunar reactions, like Lunar Bloom, Lunar Charge, and Lunar Crystallize. But for Stellar Conduct is basically the upgraded version of the Superconduct, which is basically Cryo and Electro. And from what we've seen, is basically similar to it feels similar to the Lunar Crystallize thing, which is basically, I think it shows like the three, or like it shoots off like bits of, like chip damage of like Cryo, or like basically of that damage to like the enemies. At least that's from what I've seen. I could be wrong. But that's from like what I saw, and I thought that was like, well, and I immediately thought, oh well, this is the one character you need to get if you want to like test out some bullshit with like the new reaction. Because again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But there are going. Hopefully this isn't gonna be the only character for now that's gonna have this gimmick, because again, they heavily were like, yeah, Sandrone is the main core to the stellar conduct. If you do not have this character, you're not gonna get stellar conduct. But yeah, we'll get more into that a little bit later on why I'm saying this, because it involves like another thing that's coming up. And then the thing about Sandrone herself, from what they've shown off, she's now. It was funny because I think when I talked about this in that one session about Sandrone being in the leaks, I thought she was a short sword user, which would make sense. But it turns out she's actually a claymore user, which again, I think I think that actually makes way more sense. And it's good too because I don't think there's any characters. There's no other character. I'm like trying to think who else is a cryo claymore user. I can only possibly think of two right now, and I believe that's Eula and Fremine. I can actually double check this since we're here, right? You can actually check. Let me go look at the list real quick. Chongyun, sorry. Oh my goodness. I knew there was like another character that had it. Chongyun is also a claymore user. That's cryo. So, okay, so there are multiple characters that do have that share the same trait. I'm trying to see who else has that, but on the top of my head, I don't think there's really anyone else. Yeah, I think it's only 3 characters, and Sandrone will be the 4th. So yeah, that's a very unique. It's a very unique combination. Well, not unique, but like it's a very uncommon combination of like element and weapon. So yeah, so she's basically she's a claymore user, a cryo elemental user. Her normal attacks is like irrelevant mostly. It's like I think it's like a 3 hit combo attack. Her main gimmick is actually using Fagio as her charge attack. Basically she fucking does like the fucking like Kamehameha wave, like fucking like she just shoots the beam, like a cryo beam at an enemy. Which I thought that was, I think in like that last discussion I had, I thought that was an elemental skill. No, this is basically her charged attack. And they mentioned how it has like a overheat function. Basically, if you use it too much, it overheats technically, but it actually goes into like a decode function, and that's what the elemental skill is for. Basically, the elemental skill, when in decode mode, basically cools down the bar for like it cools it down basically, so you can use the charge attack again. But it also turns like the pelt shots basically to like prism shots to deal like cryo damage. And that's what I wrote. That is what I wrote down here. I thought there was more on that. Okay. And then the burst has like that crazy animation that I was talking about last time, where she just basically unleashes like the she unleashes like the fucking things like that the Tori uses, like to shoot little beams and then shoot like fucking the big beam with Fagio, for like the AoE cryo damage. Like just fucking it's insane. You have to see it. Like she just fucking just like like the evil villain thing. Like she just like fucking like sits with like crossed legs and she just presses the button and she just fucking just unleashes like the fucking the beams at the enemies, which is fucking great. And then what do you call it? So they do a little showcase with her, and then they talked about how like she actually has a special interaction with Catherine because like when we were first introduced to her, when we go to the Adventurers Guild and we don't see Catherine, she's actually replaced with Sanjone. It's because Catherine is Sanjone's creation, basically. She created Catherine as like the receptionist for all like the adventure guilds, and that's why we see so many of her, because it's actually multiple versions of her. But like she actually has like a special interaction with Catherine. Like if you have her on field, and if you talk to Catherine specifically with Sanjone, you get like not only like the regular rewards, but you also get like a little like tea set alongside it, which I thought was like kind of a unique thing because it would make sense like for Sanjona to have that interaction with Catherine, since you know they're master in creation, right? Basically, and then she also not Catherine. Sanjone also has like a special thing where she can invite other playable characters to like a tea party and interact with them, which is very cute and all, because like we see Albedo, we see Navia, we see Farina, and I remember like the other ones, but she can invite those characters. She can also invite Farina as well, from what I've seen. But I believe for that one, it might be. So I don't know. Okay, so after rewatching it, my first impression, my first impression when I first saw it, I thought this was a level up, like a friendship level up thing, like you know, like every character so far from like the past few, or rather, I guess like specifically Linnea, right? Linnea had like the little adventures guide thing, for like all like the plants and animals and stuff. So I thought it was like that, where you had to level up Sanjone to whatever level you need to interact with a certain character. But after rewatching it again, I've noticed that it's more tied to like the event, because they mention like from the bits and pieces of dialogue that they were going through, it felt like they were talking more in regards to like the Fontalia event rather than like just a generic tea party thing. So it might be like an event exclusive thing. I could be wrong, but we'll see. And then, oh, and then they were going a bit into like the whole story thing of like like where Sandrone has been. Because I put in my notes here, she resides in the ship that Ryo built in the Archon quest when they were defending against like the basically the end of the world thing for Fontaine. So she lives in that boat or like in that ship, and then they teased like the whole special reunion with Columbina because Columbina actually was on the ship, just like I guess wandering about, and then Sandrone was there. So that's gonna be a thing. I can't wait for that reunion to happen. Oh, and then I guess I should mention it here. I didn't write it down for some reason. I think it's like no, I didn't write it down. Okay, so oh wait, I think I wrote it down for the other thing. Okay, but I guess I'll mention it here. But like, basically, the reason why Columbina is actually in Fontaine. Well, one, it's I think when she wanted to visit other nations, Nefer recommended Fontaine to her, so she decided to go there. But then, I believe from what they were talking about, she's actually there for like the filming of like for like a movie, for the event. So I think that's why she's there, and it just so happens that Sandrone is like right there, like just Caesar like on the ship. So that's basically the whole thing with that. And then they showed off. Oh, okay. The thing that we were talking about earlier, the whole divination thing from Barbeloth. So she sensed some kind of like danger or like some kind of prophecy. So she actually sets up a booth for certain characters to visit. And basically, this is like the whole thing that was going back to like with the whole thing with like the stellar conduct, because these characters that are going to be visiting Barbelo are basically characters that got the buff for the thing going forward. And this was like leaked as well, but it wasn't really worth mentioning because I think it was like, what do you call it? We weren't expecting it, but I mean it makes sense. Except for one, we'll get to that in a bit. But I'm guessing it only makes sense for this character because yeah, she is like, well, she definitely needs the buff, but. Basically, the whole thing with Barbeloth is actually very similar to the thing with Nicole, which is the witch's homework, which all like characters from like Mondstadt or like most characters from like Mondstadt actually got like the buff. Like the buff for that they needed heavily. At least for like the old characters. Like the new characters, it was basically like a bonus. But like the characters that were like before, they definitely needed it. So it's very similar to the homework. But for this one, it's very interesting what they chose for it. Like. Oh, by the way, it's called The Witch's Revelation, which I think is like a way better title than fucking Witch's Homework, honestly. But yeah, the characters they chose for this are very interesting. So, and I feel like they do kind of need it. 3 of them I don't know because I don't have the characters for them. But the other ones I do. And I can see why they they gave him these buffs. So the characters I don't have, that are gonna be in this are Risley, Yai Miko, and Sino. Definitely I want to pull one of these, and we'll talk about them in a bit. The other characters that I do have that we might see in the future, like for future streams, Chi-Chi, which we pulled recently in our pity loss, right, in the character banner. Mizuki, which is also another pity loss from like long ago. Beto and Diona. Now, as to why these characters are getting a buff, I actually have no idea, but I'm glad that they actually do. They are getting the buff, and it makes sense. And I'm actually glad that 2 standard characters are actually getting the buff, because this is basically, like, this actually gives at least players a decent chance. Like, if, like, I guess for like free to play, right? If they save enough for Sandrone, and if they have these characters, and it's like a big win for them because they're getting the buff for Stellar Conduct, basically. But yeah, most of these characters actually make sense because they have the required element, which is either Cryo or Electro, and then Mizuki's just like an off. Like, sure, she's, I don't know, I haven't used Mizuki in any, like, capacity, so I don't know. But it does technically make sense because she is a Nemo character, which is basically a swirl reaction. So, again, it doesn't really make sense. I'm trying to make heads and tails about it, but it's not coming up. But I'm just glad that she actually is getting a buff. I think that's just like, the important thing. All these characters, I feel like they need a buff because they've been power crept for so long. Especially like, you know, like the standard characters. I feel like they definitely need a buff like this for like, especially for like free to play players. But yeah, and then they heavily mention, and then this is like going back to like the whole bit with Sandrone being the centerpiece. They heavily mention that these characters are going to be important because they help like with the whole like, or like Sandrone basically is just gonna be the centerpiece for like Stellar Conduct, and these 7 characters are basically gonna be a viable asset for that in the future. Like they really, because in all the gameplay that they showed off, it was mostly those characters. Like Ryo gets like a crazy like he gets like a crazy addition to his like buff. Yaya Miko has like something special. Like Sino has like more DPS. And even Chi-Chi. But yeah, like they really were like, you need Sandrone in order for these characters to get like that buff, because without it, I think it might not happen. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong on this, but like, even without Stellar Conduct, I really just hope they get that buff regardless, because like, oh my goodness. But it seems like they really were like, yeah, we need Sandrone to be like the centerpiece of it all. I hope, and I feel like they, okay, I'm gonna go off track a little bit, because this kind of goes back to like the complaint people had like when like the whole lunar thing is was like the main gimmick for like that area, and has been like heavily abused, because all the premium characters basically are the only ones that can like use like, or like they can like initiate like the lunar reactions, like well, oh no sorry, like Lalma, Flint, Nefer, Columbina being like the heavily utilized person, like she basically initiates like lunar reaction with her alone. I'm trying to think who else from like the Linnea can do it on her own. Zebai can do it on her own. I'm trying to think who else. I think that's it. I think all the premium characters basically just can initiate like a lunar reaction. And the other, like the 4-star characters, Yohodo, she can't really do anything because she's a squirrel, or like she's like a Nemo. But like more importantly, like Aino and Iluya, they don't really. Well, Aino is like a special case because like she's a Hydro, and you need Hydro to basically start the lunar reactions, because you need a Hydro character to do it. And Aino is like basically like kind of like your freebie, like she's like your freebie when you enter Noctri, but she doesn't really initiate lunar, because she's like the other half of it basically. And yeah, it's unfortunate. But like when people were talking about like Iluya being like, oh, this character can finally like, you know, initiate lunar reaction. He might be our lunar crystallize. No, he just basically buffs the party with like, I think, defense or something akin to that. I don't remember like his kit exactly, but yeah, he doesn't really initiate lunar reaction, and that really kind of like pissed off a lot of people, because they were kind of hoping like, oh, we can probably get like a 4-star to basically do it. But no, you still need like any other character that can just, you know, initiate lunar reaction to basically any premium. Sorry, you need a premium character to initiate lunar reaction, and that's what people have been complaining about. So I hope, and now going back to the actual thing, I actually hope and pray we can get like a 4-star character in the beginning of Shesnaya that can start like the stellar conduct, because again, yes, I know Sanjone is like unique, and she's the only character right now that can initiate stellar conduct. I just hope any other 4-star character from Shesnaya can do it, because then it would be kind of worthless for like free-to-play players, right? Like they have to pull Sandrone at the start in order to get like the new toy, like the fucking stellar conduct. And again, it's just like I don't know. I really hope they don't make that mistake again when going forward. But yeah. Okay, so aside from that, going back to like the whole 7 characters, so in the banner, and this is really awkward how they kind of did this one. So there's gonna be like 3 banners for this update, and I don't know if this is gonna stick with like for the 2 banners. So obviously, right, we're gonna have the first half of the update is gonna be Sanjone, the new character, and then we're also gonna have Seat Lolly because she's involved in the story. And then in the second half, we're going to get Columbina because it makes sense; she's part of the storyline. And then we're gonna get Raiden Shogun in the second half, and I understand that she's like an Archon, and like it does make sense because she's Electro. I just don't see how or why they made this choice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think, like, and I don't know if it's the case where she's been power crept by so many other characters. But I think she still has good utility use as a character because she can do off-field electro damage, and I think that's like important. So that's gonna be happening for the update for the banner wise. But they're also going to do something called a light race wish, which basically features the 5 premium characters, or like the 5-star characters basically. Risley, Yaimiko, Sino, Chi-Chi, and Mizuki as like the technical so basically they treated it as like a chronicle wish, which chronicle wishes are basically characters from like a certain nation that you can pull. But they said that like these 2 events are basically the same, so that's basically what it is. But yeah, I guess for my plans with those, I'm definitely pulling Sandrone regardless. I might pull her weapon because I think her weapon is gonna be good too. Also, I don't think I have any other like, I don't think I have any other weapon that I can use for her. Actually, I think it was better if we go under here. Yeah, we don't have a lot. Well, we do have like a couple that are like basically free, but I still need to kind of work these out, and I need to find like a suitable one for her. Like maybe we could do this one for her if we don't pull like her weapon, but we'll see. But yeah, I definitely might pull her weapon, for sure. Or well, not for sure, but I'm pulling Sandrone for sure regardless. Because I want the actual play with the new toy, like the new gimmick. Weapon wise, maybe I'm still thinking about it. We'll get to that point when we get there. And then if we have enough, basically, I'm gonna pull for one of the 5 characters. Well, I'm gonna pull for one of the 3 characters that I don't have. Either Risley, Yaimiko, or Sino. My choice might actually go to Yaimiko. I kind of like Yaimiko a lot more. I'd rather have like more off-field support, honestly, than on-field, because I think I've been like more into like support, and then having like a very few number of like DPSs, right? But yeah, that's basically the first segment of the presentation done. Oh my god, I can't. I'm like looking at the thing right now. I don't know how long we're going on here for. But now we get to the second part of the segment, which is the new area. I think this is like, wow, I'm looking at it. Aside from like the last segment, I think this is, well, second to last. This is actually like one of the shorter ones, notes wise, but I'm going to assume I'm going to talk a lot more on this one. So, second segment, they go into like more details on the new area, basically. Well, first off, they switched off like the new they transitioned to like the new area, which is basically the moon. And then I wrote here on my notes, new area is on the moon. Like, it wasn't fucking obvious. Like, okay, new area on the moon. It's super fucking like exciting. But don't get me wrong, and it is very exciting because it's like a whole new area with a whole new gimmick, which we'll get to in a bit. So they were talking about like how the moon was basically redesigned, since there is a base on the on the moon, and then they even redid like the area where our spaceship was. Like before, it was just kind of like plain, with like craters and stuff. But now when you look into it, there's actually like a flower field on it. Like, and I thought that was really cool. Which, first off, I don't think that's possible. Like, if you're talking about real world logic, because I don't think you can grow anything on the moon. I don't think we've ever really done something like that where we grow shit on the moon. And I'm assuming there's a lot of properties behind that. But I don't know. I mean, to be fair, this is all fictional, but it's just funny to think about. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And then, alright, and then Columbina is on the moon. She's doing an investigation on some sorts. Which I think we'll get to in a bit. Let me see. Oh yeah, so I guess like the whole reason why is because like Columbina sends danger on the moon, so she decides to go there, and then that's how we see her like heading off to the moon, and then we follow her. And then that's how we find like the new, like the I guess like the base, right? Like what I mentioned earlier in the session. Like we find like this base in Notcry, and then it basically is a space shuttle or a spaceship that goes to like to the moon, and that's how we follow her there. And then they show off like the new area gimmick, which we've seen before, like when we visited the moon with Columbina. We were able to like explore a little bit on the moon, but like it's pretty obvious what the new gimmick is. It's like basically low gravity, so like they show off like the travel, like kind of like exploring like the area a bit, showing off like how high you can jump, and then like there's like another gimmick where you can use like the low gravity to basically affect enemy like positioning. Because I think they did it with like the slimes, and they were like floating like basically in midair, like with no fucking like with no what do you call it? I was gonna say no traction, but that doesn't make sense. No, it's just basically no gravity. Basically, they just float there for like infinitely. Like what the fuck? And then they go a little bit more into like the story, cause like during like the whole thing, like trying to find Columbina, like on the moon, or like I think like beforehand, we actually see like a different Kuhanki, like a darker version of like the one that like we usually see like on like when we explore. And then it's asking for our help to basically find Columbina and then investigate the moon as well. And then they, unfortunately, I really don't know why they named this Kuhanki this name. And I'm gonna blame fucking Paimon for that, because that's what they did too. They called this freaking Kuhanki Eggy. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, why is it eggy? Where did you even get that from? And I hate it. I unironically hate it, but I mean that's what they did. So I hate you, Paimon. God damn it! Why did you do it? Hopefully that's not what Paimon actually names it. I really hope so. But yeah. Basically they're talking about how this quest focuses heavily on like the Project Moongazer, which we talked about earlier, which is supposed to be like one of like Fontaine's experiments. Basically, it was supposed to be like a world dominating thing, and they used it like on the moon or some sorts. And then they showed off like the areas like that were like going to be part of like the moon, like I don't remember the names exactly because they were like weird names, but like the areas like we seen like throughout like that whole area, they looked fantastic. Like obviously, right, we had like the moon, right, and like the area, like the bases around it, they looked cool. And then we get to like this like different dimension, like not dimension, but like a different realm, basically, of like it was like similar to like the Temple of Space, where um it was like red fields and like floating like islands of sorts. And then there was like another area where it was like the whole field was like light blue with like other colors, and like you see like the Kuhenki, like schools of like Kuhenki, like little Kuhenki, and like you see like the big ass like fucking whale as well. It was like pretty cool. And then eventually we find Columbina, and then she explains to us like there's something going on with like with the giant Kuhenki dragon thing. I think that's what she described it as. So we were trying to like help it or like prevent it from doing something with the project. And then for some reason I wrote here in my notes, I found it strange like how like, because throughout like the whole thing, right, like we're seeing like this Kuhenki dragon like just floating around. But then they also mentioned how like these ancient dragons like kind of just had these like, or they kind of just built these like modern like structures. Like who the fuck was gonna be like, yo, an ancient dragon being like fucking just builds like something that looks like something from the fucking future. like with metal and shit. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know why I fucking wrote it on here, but I just found it funny. I was like, what the hell? And then we kind of see it in the trailer, but we actually get to explore like the space itself. Like we actually go to space. I don't know how. Again, it's just kind of like fictional, so we don't really talk about it. But like we get to explore like the depths of space, like using like the Kuhenki to like kind of like fly towards like from various places. And then we even like in our default form, like as a human-esque form, we get to like float around and stuff, which is pretty cool. So I can't wait for that to happen. Oh, and then they fucking sneak this in. They sneak this in because I don't think they talked about it, but they sneaked it in when they showed the card of like what the area is supposed to be. They put in the bottom of that card, this world quest will have voiceovers, and I got fucking stupid fucking hyped for that. I think this is like the first time in like fucking what, 6 or 7, like 6 nations where we finally get voiceovers for fucking World Quest. And I fucking find it funny only because Columbina's in it. Columbina is a fucking special character apparently, and not fucking, Iluya, who is a playable character and has heavy interaction in a world quest. I don't know, man. I just find it fucking funny that of all times they would put like voiceovers for a world quest, it's fucking this one for fucking certain. Like not the fucking Temple of Space where Asmodee was involved or mentioned, sorry. Or even the thing with Iluya, the one character who's playable and has fucking heavy interaction with like the whole fucking quest. I'm so fucking like, I was so mad at the same time I was excited. But again, I just find it funny and just like that, like this fucking one world quest has voiceovers. So I'm very curious to see how they fucking do it. I was like, holy shit, these motherfuckers. And then they also showed off like things like the I guess like a quality of life thing with like the whole map inner user face. So what do you call it? I guess we can show it off here. So like when we go to the map, basically this whole area has been like dimmed out, and then like the only specific area is highlighted. I believe like in the presentation when they show it off, first off it'll show off like where you're currently at, but then it'll also just be like, oh hey, you can go over here, you can go over here, you can go over here. Like basically it shows off like, okay, like it basically shows like off everything like unhighlighted, like undimmed, and basically everything like is available. So, I don't know how like it's like gonna help, but I mean, if they say it helps, it helps. Because I never really had an issue with the map interface here. So, again, I don't really know how that would help, but sure, if it helps, it helps. But I think that was basically it, because that was the last thing I wrote down here. I thought there was more to talk about, but yeah, very excited that this world quest will have voiceover. It's like, it's weird that it's not an Archon quest, but at the same time it makes sense because like the last Archon quest was basically the most heavily influenced, was basically the end of everything. And again, for this to be a world quest with voiceover is very special because again, this is basically to send off to not cry basically. So I understand that they needed to do something. So again, I'm very excited to see how it goes. And yay! Like finally people are like, yo, fucking world quest. It's like, oh, it feels so boring. There's no like dialogue, like no voiceover. There's things that like they don't seem that important. Well, finally I can say tell them to fuck off, right? This fucking quest actually did a lot. Sorry, I just kind of had to like held that in a little bit. But yeah, okay, so that ends that segment, and then they go into break time, and then the next segment they talk about is the Sunny Summer Fontanalia, the new event that comes off. So, first thing they talked about in this one was how Sea Lolly has her a new skin. She has like a new outfit, which, by the way, again, like I mentioned, during the Spiral Abyss, I'm gonna buy it for her. She deserves it. I'm like, I love it. It's super cute. And they actually make fun of her too. Because it's like, oh hey, Granny Silali or Granny Isali is like out of her house, and I was like, oh wow, fuck off. She's like, she's not a super otaku, okay? But yeah, like her outfit is basically what looks like pajamas, because she has like the whole she has the whole fit for it with like the whole dress and like I'm guessing like slippers, but it looks like shoes anyways. And then she even has like the eye mask on her head over here that I thought was very cute. And then they showed off like a little special interaction when she was like seen by the traveler. She gets super flustered and she runs off like to try to change. And then okay, I'm not gonna lie, I wrote down here in my notes, I was like, seriously, hope for this Natlan shipping. And I'm like, yes, I do love this shipping. It's just so good. I love the interaction between Traveler and fucking specifically Ether and fucking Silali, because I feel like they're both a thing. Like, let's be real. I loved the fucking the Natlan tribal quest with her. It was so good. So I'm hoping for this shipping to be like official. Well, this shipping, like in a generic sense. Personally, I would just be like, yo, fucking Barbara, but you know. With everything going on, I feel like this is definitely like the big one. At least for me. Unfortunately, this skin for Silale is available only to purchase using like the Genesis crystals. So yes, I do have to spend a little bit for it, but I guess I'm totally okay with it. This is for her. I'm like, she definitely deserves it. And then Charlotte also gets a new skin, which is very cool because she's basically looks like an actual detective with like a trench coat like color design. She has like the hat thing going on. And then this skin will also be... Oh no, this skin will be free as a reward for like the event. So when you complete the event, you get the skin for free. And then they mention it later, but I'll mention it here. She's basically going to be a free character, or she'll be like a reward as well for like... I don't know if it's going to be a reward, but I think it's like... I think you could just invite Charlotte to like the as a party member, if you haven't already, which is very nice. So let's see. Okay, so basically they talk about how in this event is basically they're shooting a movie for the event, which is very cool. Again, having Charlotte as like the main character and then Seat Lolly and Columbina as like guest stars is very interesting. And then oh really? I talked about this immediately? Oh okay, I guess we'll talk about it here because this is like actually something like I feel like everybody wanted, but it's not really what we got. So C. Lolly mentions how there are some people that are like, I don't want to hear like all the dialogue. I want to just skip through like the gameplay itself. So they basically mash the fucking button to try to skip. But there are some points in like the dialogue where you have to wait before you continue. And basically now we have the option to basically do a button press for every line of a dialogue and just instantly skip it to the next one. Now, it's funny. This, I think people, because I was seeing this like when I was watching this reaction for the first time, I've been skimming through the comments or like the chat for that stream or like that like premiere. People were like praising. They were like, "Oh my god, we're finally getting a fucking skip button." No, like it's been like fucking 5 years, 5+ years. We're finally gonna get skip button in Genshin Impact. Fuck you. No, you're not. It's basically a similar. Basically a similar bit, but no, you're not getting a skip button. It's just like a slower version of like a skip button. You still have to mash like basically everything just to get to the gameplay. But there's no entire skip, like there's no like literal skip button where you're just like skip and you can just get into the gameplay. There's nothing like that. It's just funny like just seeing like that happen. I think I seen like a couple like chat members like just be like, no, like what the fuck, we've been had. Like it was just so fucking funny. I was just laughing my ass off the entire fucking time. It was so good. But I mean, hey, like aside from all that, right? I think it's good. I think this actually does help a lot now for people that are basically lore skippers. Talking to you, fucking Doro. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Just joking. But yes, I feel like now we have an essential thing to actually do, like to actually skip dialogue and just go straight into the gameplay. It's not a skip button, sure, but it's better than nothing, right? Better than just waiting for like the dialogue to end. honestly, for me, I don't mind. I listen to every like dialogue because you know I want to be invested into the story for real, right? So I don't mind. I don't. I didn't even care if they even added a skip button. I'm still gonna go through like the whole thing regardless, right? At the end of the day, because you know I enjoy the story. I enjoy like every interaction between characters. It's good. Okay. Heading back to fucking the main bit here. Oh, they actually mentioned here the event is actually a permanent thing. So it's not like it's a limited time event, but it's rather available in the game permanently. So you can actually just do the quest anytime. Because again, initially when they showed this off, it had like that feeling where it was gonna be like a limited time event, like as like the other ones, like where they usually do like multiple days of like story, like story pieces, like here and there. But I think it's just basically I think it's just like a quest that you can just do when either when it's available, or you can just do now just for for the update, which is nice. I do like that. And then they show off like the mini games for the event, and they actually have like a reason for that. They actually have like a story reason for that. It's like basically like fundings for like the movie. So you basically need to earn money for the movie for the budget. So so you're basically working with these mini games to earn like the money. So again, as per usual, they have like 3 of them. They have 3 like mini games of sorts. I wouldn't necessarily say mini games. Like I think like one of them is like really just like I don't know what you say. Is it really a mini game? Oh, well, we'll get to it when we get to that. So one of them involves like fishing and salvaging in the overworld. Like you have to basically go in the oceans, or like in the waters of Fontaine, and basically to fight any enemies that are considered like the catch of the day or some sorts. And then there's also like treasure chests in the waters, basically to get like material or like items that you can either sell or whatnot. And then it when they did like the inventory for like the for that one specifically, I kind of got like this feeling of like Resident Evil, like cause like the way I think like past like games did it, where it's like you have like an inventory space, and it's like depending on like the positioning of like items, or like how big like the items are, you can position them to like basically like make room for like other stuff. So like, you know, like kind of like a grid by grid, where it's like you have like a 2x1, or like you might have like a 2x2, or like a 3x1, and you can just kind of like organize all your items in that. That's what it basically reminded me of like when it came to that like scenario, or like that in that gameplay basically. And then in the second one, in the second minigame, because I don't know how you would do it, but basically the items that you obtain through that one, the previous one, you basically sell it to people, and then you try to like kind of like manage how you sell it to earn more money, basically. And then the third one, there's like another minigame which involves catching fish again, but instead of like going through the waters of Fontaine, you actually go through like a smaller pool, and then there's like a bunch of fishes like in in that area, and then you basically use the Traveler's elemental skill, like for Fontaine, to basically kind of like shoot like little nets out of your fingers, which is basically weird. I don't know why the fuck. And that's what it looked like. That's what they looked like, and I think that's how they described it too. Because it basically looks like we're fucking Spider-Man, and we're just shooting with like fucking nets, like we're like just shooting into the water, like we're fucking just just trying to catch fish that way. So that's how they fucking visualized it. I don't know. That's how I saw it, and that's how I fucking felt like that was the case. But yeah, those are gonna be the mini games for that event. And then they talk about the 2 small events that are coming up, or that are going to be in the update. Sorry, I'm kind of like drawing a blank here. Fucking, oh my goodness. Even though I have like the notes here. So the first one they have is like called the Final Long Range Sightings. Which is very interesting. I think I got an interest in this because this one was a very like the gimmick on this is basically it's like a shooting exercise, right? But then instead it's like the shooting exercise is basically fucking sniping people from fucking like certain distances. So I was like, oh shit, we're fucking headshotting these, we're like fucking baptizing these motherfuckers. Like this is fucking crazy. So I thought, that was my impression of it. I thought it was really cool. I might try it out. Well, I'm going to try it out when it becomes available. And then the second small event that they showed off was called the Dance Dance Easy Breezy Disco. And then for this one, it's similar to, I think we showed it off in like one of the Natlan ones. Basically, it's like the dance off with the Saurians, or like it was like similar to the ones with the Dance with the Saurians one that we did way back then. But instead of like the Saurians, it's actually the Melusines from Fontaine. They visit Natlan, specifically the Summer Breeze, or like the Summer Breeze Resort. And then Mulani is actually the one hosting it, and she's like kind of like just doing her thing. So that's basically that. So it's a very similar one to like the one that we did before. So it's just a good way to like get like rewards and stuff. And then after that, they showed off like other other small things that they're gonna release, like the new repertoire, Myriad Melodies. This is basically gonna be like the second half of Fontaine, second half of Not Cry, like the upper portion or like the upper half of of Not Cry, and I think it also includes like a special track from Columbina, which I can't wait for that one specifically. Ley Line of Overflow event, just for like the Mora and books, or like the level up books, in case if like you ran out and just need to grind for like levels and shit. This is very good. New TCG cards for Genius Invocation. This one mostly featuring Nefer as like the new card. And then I think that was pretty much it. And then they head off towards like the second to last thing, which is Milliaster Wonderland. Just shaking my head. But before they did that, they actually did like a cute little thing, like during like the little break segment, which I like to talk about more rather than fucking Milliaster. They did like a cute little mini game thing with Sandrone and Columbina. Like it was basically like Columbina was eating all the desserts, and then Sandrone was like basically trying to stop her. It was just a cute little interaction. Like I just loved it. It was so good. I was just seeing like the chibi versions of like Columbina and Sandrone just kind of doing their thing. It was just like it just reminded me of like the whole thing with the final GIF animation. It was just like it was just so cute, man. But yeah, and then we head off to Millie Astra Wonderland. Yeah, so for this one, they showed off like the summer resort area, similar to like the one in Natlan. And then they also showed off like the 5-star character skins for your mannequina, which is basically fucking summer themed. And then they showed off like the whole interaction between like players with the water guns. Oh, okay. I wrote this down fucking for the like, because I thought I found it funny. Fucking, they don't have like an animation for sliding, like when they go like to the water slides and slide. No, like special animation or whatever. No, it's just like a bubble, or like a water bubble that just like slides down. I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh my god, dude, you could have done more with that. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's like you can only work with so much, specifically for fucking Millie Astra. Fucking, I don't know. Fuck, I hate it. Like, I hate being that guy where it's like, God, I want to support this one thing, but they just missed the mark with this so much. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, I still play it for like, you know, like free, because it's like, oh, I was gonna say I am technically free to play, but that's not the case, since I actually did kind of drop like at least like what, some crystals for like a skin. So yeah, I kind of wish I did kind of like not. I did kind of regret it, at the same time I don't, because again, I just wanted the one skin. But yeah, if I knew that they released more skins that looked cooler and like more cute, as like a Rhyme collection thing, I wouldn't have fucking just gone pure free to play. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so bad. Look, okay. Aside from all the bantering about fucking Millie Astra Wonderland, actually, I even wrote down here. It's like, I'm so, like, again, I'm so sorry. Cause I wrote down here, I was like, okay, there's actually a quality of life thing for like editors, like for like people who want to create like games, like little mini games, like little things for like Millie Astra Wonderland. They did like some things, like map editing and like a bunch of sorts. But then I wrote in the fucking next to it in parentheses, not worth mentioning, because I was like, God damn it, dude. If I was like that type of person to actually develop and create something from Millie Astra Wonderland, yeah, I'd be invested, but it's just like, just don't. Like, it's just one of those things, like, I don't have like the software for that. I don't even have like the hardware for that, because I need a laptop for that. It's not like I can do it from here from my Xbox. It'd be fucking crazy if that was a bit. But no, it's just like whatever's. And that's basically it for Millie Astra Wonderland. A couple things that they mentioned, or like rather one thing they mentioned, after was the Hoyo Fest tour, coming to Southeast Asia, and then they showed off like the places that they're gonna go. Shout outs to the fucking Philippines, because I saw Manila on there, and I was like, yes, let's fucking go. It could happen in the Philippines. Hopefully, fucking Filipino fans out there fucking enjoy it. Oh my goodness, man. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. And then they were talking about like, oh, how this is gonna be like, the last presentation for Not Cry. I think they did a good job, honestly, doing this one, because again, you did involve Columbina, which was the heavy focus for Not Cry, basically. I was wondering what they're gonna do, because I thought, well, I know, you know what, we'll talk about that. You know what? No. We'll talk about this now before I hit the next part, because the next part I wanted to talk about. There's like a couple things I want to talk about that one, because holy shit. But yeah, I thought for this update, I thought we were gonna get like an update on the whole bit with Lumine slash like Aether, basically the other sibling. I thought we were gonna get something with them. I thought we were gonna get something with Dainsleif, because again, Dainsleif was here. He was in the quest with Rarier, and I was like, he was there for that one moment, and then nothing. So I was like, I hope they do something. I was thinking they would do something with Dainsleif for this update, but it seems like they just want to heavily focus on this is the upcoming or the uprising of Sanjone, and then finishing off the bits and pieces with Columbina. I think that's a more perfect fit. If anything, I hope when they do the future update, hopefully that one will be the one with the sibling and Dainsleif. Because, again, I don't mind if they don't come up and then they just do like the whole, we're going to Shesnaya, just straightforward. But again, I would like to see something like as an update to like what like the basically what the lore dump is for that. Because holy shit, it's been so long since we've even heard about. I guess in our scenario, it's basically Lumine and what she's been going through, and then I mean again, Dainsleif was here in Not Cry for like the 2 quests, basically, to fight against Rarier. But yeah, again, hopefully we see something. Okay, and then they did like the blast, like they did like the farewell goodbye, and then they talked a little bit about Shesnaya, and then they hit us with the trailer for Shesnaya, and oh my fucking god. Big things to talk about this. Hold on, let me... so good. Big things I want to talk about. Even though this fucking list is small, there was a lot to talk about. So, they showed out the Shesnaya trailer, and they start us off with Paimon, or like the traveler looking outside the window, and then Paimon is just weakened. She looks tired. She feels like her life was being drained. Like, I don't know if it was because of like the cold in Shesnaya, like obviously, right? Like the harsh cold weather, since we're going to like a snowy region. But like, she just looked like she was like, oh, I don't know, man, because like we see Paimon just kind of like stressed out, like she's just like very weak-hearted, like, and then she looks at the traveler, she looks at Aether, and then like as she closes her eyes, something happens during that, and then it's like, what the fuck? And then we see like glimpses of like Shesnaya, like the major big city, like all the other parts of it, and it looks fucking beautiful, dude. Like it just looks like something of like I how do you call it? Like this, like the main hub, like the big city, just looks phenomenal. And then it's like you see like the giant buildings, and then you see like the big fountain, and like the little like the medium-sized statues there, like the cryo thing. Oh my goodness, it's like so good. And then we see Tartaglia slash Child. He talks a little bit. And then we also see Sandrone, like kind of like talking with, seems to be Pantalone. Well, no, obviously, right? It is Sandrone, but it looked like she was talking to Pantalone, because they did show Pantalone like in another screenshot. But then they fucking hit us. Hold on. Before I get to that, they also talk about like the Project Studia being like the main focus, because again, this is like the whole thing. They kind of teased about it during like bits and pieces of like I believe it was mostly in the Fontaine quest. I know they talked about it during that, and then they also talked about it during the Noctri Archon quest. But yeah, like those, like that's gonna be a big thing. But the thing that fucking hit my fucking sack the hardest, oh my god damn it, no, I can't talk about it because it's not even on there yet. Hold on, no. We'll get into that part in a bit, because I fucking been like, I've been like holding it in. During more of like the trailer for Shiznaya, we get to see like the Traveler going through like the harsh terrain, like he's kind of like struggling to go through it, and then we see like the new enemies. We see the new enemies of Shiznaya, and one of them I did not expect, or rather both of them I did not expect at all. The first one was like the little snow bunny with like Santa Claus, like the winter suit, like similar to Santa Claus. Like it shows up, and then just has a fucking like butcher knife and fucking razor blades on its little feet, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is when we're fighting in the wild? Like, what the shit? It was so good. And then we head off to like another part of Shiznaya. Looks like, doesn't even look like Shiznaya at all, because it's like red field and like it was like more like an autumn like atmosphere. But then the next enemy we see is like this giant fucking like tree like structured thing, and it just attacks us, and I was like, what the fuck, are we fighting this shit too? Like, what the heck is going on? And then they hit us with the thing that they teased in the last presentation, in the behind the scenes of Shiznaya. Cause oh my god, man. So in that fucking presentation, they teased bits and pieces of Shiznaya, and one of the fucking things that we saw was the Traveler fucking holding, like wearing a new suit or like a new outfit, and has a fucking AR, like just out of fucking left field. Like, what the fuck? This is like a thing? That shit's real, and oh my fucking god, the way they did it, it was insane. Like, it was like, what do you call it? Cause like he puts on the fucking scouter shit from like fucking Dragon Ball Z. He fucking like deep dives into like a virtual reality type of shit, and then fucking crazy music, fucking new like what looked like new gameplay entirely. Like that doesn't even look like something like Genshin Impact would do. Like something like out of fucking like, I don't know. Like something, like I was gonna say, it felt like something like fucking like Zenless Zone Zero would do, or like fucking like, I don't know, like, but like, oh my god, dude, it just looked fucking crazy. Like just the traveler, like just slowly walking like a mysterious like hallway, and then fucking just him just shooting a fucking Fatui elite, like just freezing the shit out of him, fucking sliding, like the sliding, like, and then fucking, oh my god, dude. And then when he did the cover up, like when he took cover for like trying to aim and fire, I was like, oh, ain't no fucking way. I'm getting like fucking Gears of War vibes. It's just something I would not even fucking expect from this fucking game specifically. And I was like, holy shit, dude, this is insane. Like, considering we saw the fucking presentation for the Xbox showcase and like the whole E-Day thing where the characters were fucking sliding and then they were fucking doing the same shit. I was like, no fucking way, dude. I'm fucking like, I was losing my shit. I was like, oh my god. Fucking, and then they also did the bit with like fucking him running, like fucking Brody run, like, well, not like Brody running, but like he was like just running, like fucking trying to look for Paimon. And then fucking all the shots, even the shots too, like when he kills somebody, like it even had like the mark of like a death, like the icon of like you killed somebody from fucking Gears 5. And I was like, oh my fucking god, dude, it was just so good. And then even like fucking like, dude, they were like fucking like, he had fucking like elemental grenades. He had elemental grenades, like he just threw like a fucking fireball and just chucked it at an enemy and it fucking exploded. And fucking even one of the guns, it had a fucking grenade launcher attachment and he just fucking just shot the fucking thing at a fucking like at a Fatui soldier. Dude, I was losing my goddamn fucking mind. I just couldn't believe it. And then we get to see like more Shiznaya, a little bit more, and then we see the rooster, fucking the next Fatui harbinger we're gonna have to fucking deal with. Dude, I was like, holy shit, man, this is fucking like, how could you not be more hyped? And then as the screen fades to black, we hear the Cerisa's voice, her voice, and I got fucking chills down my fucking spine. I was like, no fucking way. This shit is gonna be fucking hype. Dude, it sucks. This fucking sucks because like I'm hyped for this upcoming update, but now I just can't wait for fucking Shiznaya. Because you put that shit out there and I'm like, oh my god, I just want to play that. I want to play that version right now. Oh my god, dude, Shiznaya is gonna be so good. Oh, I hope they do good with this game, because I love the third fucking person shooter version of this. This is like so good. I'm so excited to play those sections like hard. Hopefully it just plays like Gears fucking. I hope it just plays like Gears. I don't fucking care. Like I'm fucking like, dude, it's like only like fucking 50 seconds of that fucking gameplay. I'm fucking gushing like it's a fucking like it's fucking like like the E-Day thing, man. It's like holy shit. Oh man. And then they showed off the and then just before they ended off everything, they showed off the calendar. They showed off the calendar for like all the events that's gonna happen for the update. So yeah, I guess we'll talk about this a little bit before we kind of like end things off, because there's a couple things I do want to talk about regarding it, and it does lead into like lead off with the calendar bit. So starting July, at least in a generic sense, like right for everybody, July 1st starts the new update for Genshin Impact. At least for us, because I know they depended on like, they kind of like go off of like various regions, but like as a general sense, like July 1st is like where it basically releases for everybody. I think at least for us, since we live in like the western part of the world. Sorry, I know I fucking kind of like vaguely mentioned that, but like we live in that area where I believe like UTC is -8 for us, so we get ours 4 or 5 hours earlier than intended. So it'll be on June 30th for us. And we'll probably only play like a little bit for that, like when it starts. And then oh right, and then since right, and then this event, the Sunny Summer Fontanalia, this lasts for the whole duration of the update. So I don't know how it'll work. I'm assuming we might get bits and pieces of like story throughout the whole update. Again, I don't know how it works, but we'll see. But if it lasts for the whole month, up to like August 11th, then it'll be very interesting to how we're gonna deal with it. Because it might be multiple streams, if anything, of the event. And then we have like 3 other ones that were noted here, or I noted that are gonna be part of like the whole streaming thing. We have the Stinging Onslaught the week after, which will be July 8th. And then the week after that, it'll be the first event for the update, first small event, which is the final long range sightings. And then the week after, it'll be the Dance Dance Easy Breezy disco. And then per usual, we have like our usual like monthly update, Imaginarium Theater, and then the other Spiral Abyss will happen like within a month now. Imaginarium Theater is actually going to be very interesting. It starts on the exact same day the update happened. So, because usually Imaginarium Theaters start every first of the month. So it'll be very interesting how we're gonna do it. I'm assuming we're just gonna do that like at a later date. Like we're not gonna start that immediately, just because we want to see all the new stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, again, that was pretty much the whole presentation. I'm very excited for this upcoming update, which is gonna happen in 2 weeks, I believe, because today is what is today? Oh, it's the 8th. At the time of this session, is the 18th of June. So we're basically gonna get this within like 2 weeks. Again, very excited. I'm more excited for Shesnai update when it happens, because I can't wait for that fucking bit. I'm like, it's so good. Now, okay. As for upcoming stuff, and I mentioned it here because it again, just I mentioned in big, like, mention how some stream schedule might be different. So yeah, so as you guys kind of already seen from this session alone, internet has been like on and off when it comes to like how good it performs, because obviously, right, today wasn't really a good day. We're gonna have to split this in 2 sessions anyways, considering the connection like during and then like also during the So again, there might be days where the internet might not be good enough for us to do a stream. I'll try my best to not do as much stuff in between, so when we actually are able to stream, we can see like all the stuff available. Because again, I really want to like actually stream a lot of the stuff to react to all the stuff that's involved. But there are some things that I can't control, right? Right, like obviously the internet thing. I can't really accommodate for that unless like, you know, something crazy happens, like where it's just good regardless. Because again, we never really had this issue before until the Lohan quest, or like, yeah, until like the start of like the Lohan thing. So yeah, so I've been more aware of it now, but yeah, it is something to look out for or towards too. And then regarding anything else after is gonna be interesting because there are some things I'm kind of been dealing with right now. Like not in terms of like nothing bad's happening. Don't worry, like everything's good here. It's just that like there might be a case where I might not be able to do this anymore for certain reasons. One, well, major thing. One, something is going to be happening in the future that might prevent me from doing this. And I'm talking about like I don't know if I want to mention it here because it's not really like it's like a personal thing, but like at the same time it's nothing too big. Like again, like nothing like drastic is happening. But it will change like my lifestyle a little bit and how I do things. But things go from here on out. Yeah, like I've been thinking about this a little bit for now, and I might be planning a lot. Because again, I'm not gonna be doing this all the time, right? Oh my god. Ooh, I just saw the number fucking just spike. Wow, you really didn't want me to talk about like the thing. Hold on, I'm trying to wait for the thing here. See what. Yeah, it is chugging a lot. I'm surprised something happening is right now. So, but yeah, in the future, I might like leave it at that. I'm just gonna try to see if I can end things out right now because yeah, this shit is not working out for the rest of this. So, if the outro goes out, it's fine. If it's not, it's fine as well. Fuck it. But yeah, this is Kiria signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my time here with the Spiral Abyss, the small event, and the discussion for like the presentation. Hope you guys take care of yourselves, and as always, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day / evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay. Bye everyone.